morning. We're at Flamborough, we're on holiday, and I'm going to do a walk. It's a circular of Flamborough really. I'm starting off from the caravan site. I'm going to go along a track that takes me to the coast, go to North Landing, then on to Flamborough Head and then South Landing, and then on to Danes Dyke. From then I come across some fields, back through the village and back to the caravan site. I think it's about 10 or 11 miles and it's a beautiful day, so let's get cracking. And this is a track from the caravan site. It's quite pretty with all the gorse along here. Right here the track comes out to the coastline. If we turn left, that track takes you to Bempton Cliffs, which I'm going right this way, which takes me first to Thornwick Bay and then on to North Landing. This is all part of Thornwick Bay. There was a time you could walk down those steps. You can just see them over there, about centre screen, to the bottom, and over up the other side to where the cafe is. But it's closed off now because it's unsafe. So now we have to walk round and up this way. Right, approaching the cafe now. It's only a short detour, and to be honest it's pretty level, so it probably saves a lot of energy than the old route of going down and up again. I'm going to walk around the edge of the cafe because there's some pretty scenes up here. And this is where the old steps used to come up. See, they go down, but then there's a bit missing. I think people still go down there, even though it tells you not to. Approaching this bay now, I'll get a little bit closer. And this is a very pretty spot just here. There's a nice bench overlooking it as well, so you can sit down on it. In fact, there's plenty of benches around. Over there, there's quite a few benches the other side. Just on the other side of the cafe now, looking into Thornwick Bay. Nice to see the bluebells growing wild. One or two on this little edge. So as I'm leaving the cafe, quite nice views of Thornwick Bay. Out at this junction I leave the road that leads down to the cafe and I'm heading down this way to Thornwick Bay. Let's go round here. A little track to the left. This is my route. The steps up there are my actual route, but before I go up there I'm just going to walk down here and have another look at Thornwick Bay from down here. So when you get down the slope you can either go down there, this bit of the barrier is fenced off because it's not safe, but you can go around that side of the barrier and down the steps. to make my way up to those steps again. Right, I'm back to the steps again, so up we go. Just looking down where I've just been. I've now climbed up and heading along this little track. And from here, you can see the caravan site that I'm staying on. Our caravan is somewhere near that mast up there. So from there I walk to the coast. And then there's a track, as you can see, coming down there. Some people walking up there as well. To the cafe. And then back into Thornwick Bay, which is where I am at the moment. There's quite a lot of places along the coast where you can see there's been little landslips. The landslip I just showed you was this bit here. And as you can see, this was the original path that went around these cottages. But it's very, very narrow. And I am not going to take that risk and go along there. There is now an alternative and much safer route, which we will go on now. So as we go near the cottages, the new safer route is this way. And here we are, go through this gate and back onto the coastline again. Now we follow this track and head to North London. This is a photo post. You guess you put your camera in the top, do you? Not sure. Take a photo. Right, we're going to head down shortly to North London. Right, just drop down from the top there. Now I've got some steps to climb up here. And as I'm climbing up, just look back and admiring that beautiful gorse. Isn't it fabulous? North Landing. We're down a bit further yet though. I guess this old boat's seen better days. Right, I've climbed up from North Landing. I'm going to walk along this path now. Right, here's another photo post. Try again. Right, there's a route that way. There's a shorter route. Just have a look at this. But then there's routes this way. There's the main track going ahead. There's a little track going this way, which I think will take you around the edge of the coast, which is the one I'm going to do. Nice view of North London from here. Some boats out there. Oh, they're having me on that thing. It's on the rock here, especially at the end. Absolutely loads of birds. Way down there, we just see there bits of road close to the footpath. You can see they've rerouted it just a bit further back here. Right, I've just left the section that says Nature Reserve. I'm on towards the lighthouse now. Way to go yet though. Video of the tower over there. Again, the path's been rerouted, and you can see over there the big landslip. And even the rerouted bit, there's been a landslip here, look. I'm keeping away from that edge. I'm close to the lighthouse now, but instead of going up that way, I'm going to go around this way. And the reason I came down this way is this little viewing platform that I'm stood on now. You can see this, which is quite pretty. I believe it's called the Stack. And from here, up some steps up to the lighthouse. Can't see the seals today, but I did see them a few days ago here. Looking closer now, there are a few there in the shade, and also a few down there. Another view of it. Right, leaving the lighthouse area now. Quite a lot more seals out on those rocks out there. Since leaving Flamborough Head, where the lighthouses are, the track's been pretty much like this. Easy to follow track with the sea on your left and fields of crops on the right. There's one or two spots like this where originally the path used to go down there and up the other side, but they've been rerouted now. This bench will do me nicely. Have a little breather and a bite to eat. Just had a nice 5-minute break there. Passed in all directions. And I'm going this way. There's another bench I'm just passing. Now I've got to follow this track up here. Now I've got to follow these steps down. This will be down to South Landing, where the lifeboat station is. Then there'll be loads of steps going up the other side too. Here we have the lifeboat station at the bottom. And people are just walking down from the road as well there. This is South Landing. Sea's well out today. Now I'll climb back up again. Right, climbed up the steps now. Quite a nice view from up here. Now I'm on this track again. Just looking ahead as I'm heading to Danes Dyke, and over there is Bridlington, way in the distance. One of these defence bunkers along here. I have just gone down there and had a look, but it's absolutely full of rubbish and all sorts, so I'm not going inside. Bridlington again in the distance. I'm just approaching Danes Dyke now. I think my route's this way. could actually, want to make the walk a bit longer, walk down these steps and along Sewerby beach for about a mile and a half, mile and a quarter, mile and a half, and then come back over a footpath back into Danes Dyke, but I'm not doing that today. Right, it's here. I turn right and take this track on this way. A few white ones here with these. Lovely wild garlic growing along here. Smells lovely. I'm just walking on the footpath, following the road out of Danes Dyke now. Head across some fields now to get to Flamborough. And I'm going to turn off this way. There are various routes you can go through Flamborough. Just pick your own really. Just go to this junction now. I'll turn left here. Right, it's just follow this track now. Take me back to where I started from. Right, back where I started this morning. Little gap in the hedge. Back into the caravan site. There we are. Right, walk almost completed. Just got to walk back to the caravan now. I've done just under 11 miles. I'm not sure of the elevation, but if I find it out, I'll put it on screen. It's been an enjoyable walk. It's been a beautiful day. Weather's been glorious. Started off in a coat and I've ended up in a shirt. So yeah, absolutely fabulous. But yeah, pleasant walk. The prettiest bit is probably from Thornwick Bay where I started to Flamborough Head, the lighthouse. There's lots of lovely rocks there and lots of birds, more to see. But it's still a pleasant walk all the same. So I really enjoyed it. See you again, bye. Here we are, back at base.